So students, we are going to complete with the last topic, that is locomotion in human being. Okay. So as you all know that we human being, the most common mode of locomotion in human being, you all can say it is the walking. So by walking we move from one place to the other. Okay. So it is being said here that it is a process. And how does this walking takes place? It takes place with the movement of the leg and the alternate movement of your hands also. So and the movement, if you all remember, I told you that the movement of the skeleton system is made possible only with the help of the muscles. So it has been written here that the process of walking takes place with the help of the two legs by alternate contraction and relaxation of the muscles. So when does the contraction takes place? When you are bending your legs, and relaxation takes place when you are stretching it out. So contraction and relaxation of the muscles, it takes place, right? Then it is said here the movement of the synovial joints. So there are also joints which are present in the body, and the movable joints are called the synovial joints. Since the locomotion in man takes place by alternate movement of the two legs, hence it is called bipedal locomotion. And since the movement in case of the human beings, it is being followed by the alternate movement of the legs. Okay. That is why it is called as bipedal locomotion. So the process of bipedal locomotion in human is completed in 3 steps. First is the propulsion, that is the change of the place, that is the change of from one place to the other, that is called what? Propulsion. Then support and balance. So let us see here what it is saying here. The first point which is being said here, it is that during walking one leg rests on the ground. So when we walk, okay, so one leg always supports the ground and the body weight. Okay, so one leg is supporting the body weight and the other leg moves forward. So as I told you, propulsion means change of position. So other leg, it is moving forward. In the moving leg, so what is happening in the moving leg? We'll see. In the moving leg, the heel is first raised. You all will see that if you are touching the ground like this, okay, if this is a leg, the heel. So it is said here, if this is a pen, okay, suppose this is your heel, the tip portion, so you will raise your heel first. So it is said here, in moving, the heel is first raised from the ground and then the toe. So first the heel is raised and then the toe is automatically lifted. Then the whole legs moves forward and placed on the ground again. That is called again what? Propulsion. The point C, it is saying here that after the forward movement, the heel is moving. The heel of the moving leg touches the ground. So we are lifting the heel first. So when it is touching the ground, the heel is one which will touch the ground first. Then the toes comes down, and then the toes will come down, and similar movement occurs in the other leg. The contraction of the calf muscles. So at the back, if you all see here, if I can show you here in the diagram. Okay, so this is the structure of the human skeleton, and this, okay, then the femur bone you have at the back of your leg, at the back of your heel, you have a chunk of flesh here, and this chunk of flesh which is present in the femur bone, that is called what? That is called gastrocnemius. Okay, muscles that helps in gripping. So it is written here, which help in gastrocnemius muscles help in gripping of the sole of the ground. Okay, next it is saying that the contraction of the alternate movement of both the legs help in locomotion. So the alternate movement of both the legs are helping what? It is helping in the locomotion. During walking, there is alternate swinging of the arms. So not only the legs move, the alternate movement of the arms also takes place. So when you are raising your right arm, okay, right arm is raised with your left leg, and left arm is raised with your right leg. This process helps to maintain the balance between the right and the left side of your body. Next it is said that the cerebellum. If you all remember, I told you cerebellum is the second largest part of the brain, and this cerebellum of the brain controls the postural balance. So for the postural balance, it is controlled by what? It is controlled by the cerebellum. During the locomotion, And apart from it, internal ears of man also plays a very significant role in maintaining the balance during the walking. So in our internal ear we have three bones, that is called the malleus, incus and stapes. This also help to maintain the postural balance. So not only the leg and the arm, apart from that, the part of the brain which is helping in locomotion, that is maintaining the posture, it is cerebellum and ear. Okay, internal ear, it is also helping in maintaining the balance of our body. So that was all about the locomotion. In the next class we are going to see the different types of joints. So thank you class.